Brian, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Mobile payments and mobile money has been one of the sort of bubbling under things for the IPS conference for a number of years. You come from a place where it's reality and are an advocate of it. Tell us where you think it is now.
I think 7 years ago we launched. We were pioneers in the space. I always had the feeling that mobile would take its foothold in emerging markets first and then be adopted by developed markets. I think it's been adopted by developed markets faster than what I maybe would have thought. But I think the big debate 7 years ago is, would mobile ever become part of the mainstream payment space? I think that question to a large degree has been answered. I think it is here to stay. It is increasingly becoming part of the mainstream, particularly in emerging markets. Yeah. And I think the debate might be in developed markets where you're spoilt for choice when it comes to payment instruments. What role does mobile play? Versus emerging markets where you don't have that choice. It's cash or nothing.
For here in Europe, it's pretty much just another channel, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Whereas our view is more around financial inclusion. Africa is an example, 700 million people unbanked. Yeah. So it's to try and provide full financial access, utilizing the power of technology, being the mobile. So it's more than just a payments channel. It's more about financial inclusion.
And for the banks, it represents something of a challenge.
It does. And the question is, how involved will banks be in the overall payment space? There's some pretenders to their crown, the network operators, as an example, seeing this as a fantastic way to reduce churn. So their motivation might be slightly different. They're more aggressive, they're more marketing oriented perhaps, they've got massive client bases and they've got great distribution. So one could well argue they're ideally poised to make use of mobile as a payments channel. Where does that leave the banks?
Exactly. And are you seeing different reactions from the banks, do you think?
In different parts of the world. Many are adopting a wait and see. In fact, many were very skeptical. I remember when we launched 7 years ago, chatting to the banks, they'd say, well, nobody in their right mind will do a payment on a phone. I think we've got over that, and now perhaps banks are taking it a little more seriously. I think if they had to take it very seriously, then I think they would gain control of the payments channel again and try and drive it from that. We've got the whole regulatory issue as well in terms of outsiders getting involved in this space, which doesn't help from a financial inclusion point of view. But I think a lot of things have got to be worked out in essentially what is still today a fledgling industry.
Yeah, I mean, in the UK we've now got Barclays coming into the market with Ping It, and through the Payments Council and some suppliers, the whole of the banking industry getting behind the idea.
Yes.
In a lumbering giant sort of way.
Yes, and I think most banks today, the large ones, are either quite a way down the track or have already launched or certainly giving it serious thought. So I think it's something that they are looking at a heck of a lot more seriously than they were even 2 years ago.
And given your 7-year head start, will there be other things up your sleeve you're going to surprise us with?
The power of technology, particularly in the emerging market, as long as it's simple technology, it's got to be on technology that the market has got, that it trusts and that it can use. But to us, the mobile is a lot more than just about payments. It's about financial inclusion, it's about savings accounts, it's about access to credit should it be needed, it's about micro-insurance. So I think the banks are ideally positioned to provide that fully inclusive financial services, whereas a network, really, I don't think it's got any interest in being a bank. It can provide the payments channel, but I do believe people want more.
So there is an opportunity for the banks there.
I do believe so.
If they step up to the plate.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks very much.